Boozed and Confused is a comedy and weird topic podcast. Adult language may be used, probably by me. While our episode topics may be educational in nature, we are not responsible if your children start dropping the F-bomb to their kindergarten class. Listener discretion is advised. Hello, everybody.
Hey, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Happy 2022. Sorry we missed you last week. It wasn't really intentional. We kind of just both had the week off of work. Just took a little mini break.
Oh, no.
From everything.
No, this was entirely intentional.
I mean, we didn't.
On my part. I was actively not trying to do an episode last week. Okay. We're on vacation.
Yeah. Okay. So, I'm Carolanne.
I am Matt.
And welcome to another episode of Boozed and Confused. Thanks for joining us. Yeah. New Year.
Same crap podcast.
Same shit pod.
Oh.
Before we get into today's episode, which is a me episode, which is kind of actually just an us up. I don't know. Whatever. Just some housekeeping. What?
You beat me to it.
I did. Yeah. The first one, we're on all your favorite social media platforms. We're on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube.
Question for you. What's that new one that's not Parler?
Oh, fuck. I don't know. Telegram?
Ooh, that's the one.
No.
Where my favorite politician is now on.
Which one?
Marjorie
you have
Taylor
so many.
Greene, my favorite politician.
Yeah, I don't think so. And if social media is not really your thing, I'm going to be honest. Part of my break last week was setting a timer for all my social media apps, with the exception of Reddit, because that one it's fine. But I set a timer for all my social media apps last week, and it really actually helped my mental health and overall happiness and lowered my stress level. So highly recommend. And if you're going to choose to do that and don't want to hang out with us on social media, you can send us an email at boozedandconfusedpodcast@gmail.com.
You can also send a raven. Just say where you want that thing to go, and they'll just know. That's how ravens work.
Yep, exactly. What else do we do?
Mental health. No, yeah, mental health. You know when you're playing like Zelda or Pokemon and your health is like minimum and it goes doo 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 doo.
Yeah.
That's my mental health.
Oh.
Just kidding. Just kidding. Psh. It's good to laugh.
Yeah, we'll have a conversation.
We're not talking
about
in the
that
car.
later.
I'll get the car warmed up right now, and we're not talking in it. Dead silence in the car.
Yeah. All right, so the next one is, if you like the pod and you want to support us, the best way that you can do that is by subscribing or following and leaving a review, whatever platform of choice you have for listening to the pod. It really does make a difference for your reviews and following and interacting with us, and it's always appreciated. And sometimes we get really funny YouTube comments, not just the one who is like thumbs down. But I think the thing that's really cool about YouTube is some people, we don't really have this on our other platforms as much, but people will actually comment and interact and go on with their own theories about stuff that we've talked about, which is pretty darn cool. So I appreciate that.
You've got to show me these things because I don't have control over any of the things.
I know.
So
you
I
just
don't
show
see
up
anything.
every week.
Yeah, I just show up. That's kind of my motto and my whole theme for my entire life is I just show up.
Yep. You're the guy in the group project who shows up day before it's due with a dozen donuts and hope that the rest of the team forgives you.
I remember when I had an actual group project in college. For the record, I'm a very good student. I was a good student. I'm in academia, but
after you got off of academic probation.
Wow, we're gonna go there.
I'm sorry, I don't know where that came from.
Wow. Well, no. Long story short, one of the group members, right off the bat, was like, "Yo, Matt, I don't trust you," and I was like, "Okay,
bet." So, what is the next one? What are you drinking?
Ooh, I choose to let my action do the talking.
It's a Guinness.
Shh. Welcome back to the ASMR channel.
This is the worst.
Welcome to the ASMR pub.
Oh my God, we should do that, an ASMR pub. I'm sure that's already done, actually. So Matt's drinking a Guinness. I am drinking, what is this?
What are you drinking?
Rogue. I think it's Rogue Brewing, right? That's what this one is called.
Called a Bat Squatch.
But it's called Bat Squatch. It's a hazy IPA, and it is tropical, citrusy, and 6.7% ABV. 54 IBU. It's really good. We got this one in a sampler pack before. Big fan.
Got it from Costco.
Always Costco. We actually admittedly went to Costco this week, I think solely for booze.
Yes.
You gotta buy in bulk because it's cheaper that way. It's of course cheaper if you just don't buy it at all, but that's not the life that we live. We didn't set those New Year's resolutions. So, without further ado, should we get into today's episode?
Yeah, what are you going on about?
All right. So before we start today's episode, I just want to have a moment of silence for the end of 2021, but more importantly, for our queen, Betty White. All right. Now that we've taken a moment, let's get into the actual episode.
Can we do the thing they do in England during games when like they just like clap for people who
Oh,
die?
yeah, like a minute of clapping.
Just straight clapping.
Yeah.
You Brits know how to do things proper.
They do. They really do. I'm envious.
I think our trumpet song is better though. You know, Taps is better than actually kind of like their whatever they play on. Oh, what day is it? Oh, I'm so uncultured.
This is embarrassing.
Oh.
Thought I married a man of more culture. It's fine. So 2021, I think, was pretty underwhelming, a lot of people would say. It was great in some aspects, like us personally. We gained an executive producer. Vaccines became available for like a short minute of time. We had a little bit of normalcy back in our lives. And I don't know. I think the Great Resignation is great for like workers determining that they're worth a lot more in the workplace. Renewable energy had a great year.
Did it?
Yeah. Ghislaine Maxwell was found guilty of being a giant piece of shit. And despite the fact that it wasn't suspiciously talked about very much. And 2021 wasn't all bad. Is there anything that you would add?
Betty White died.
No, we're supposed to talk about good things that happened.
Oh, we're being positive?
Yes.
Oh, I have nothing.
I'm choosing to believe the theory that Betty White died in 2021 to mark that 2022 would be a lot better. Because can you imagine if you woke up on New Year's Day and Betty White died? It would pretty much be the equivalent of like the January 6th Capitol riots. And like, yep, that's how this fucking year is going to go.
Oh, speaking of which, happy almost 1 year.
Yeah, okay. I don't like that anniversary.
You're actually sitting in my chair when I was teaching, and I had the TV on because I didn't feel like talking to the kids 100% like,
yeah.
You know,
that was
like
a really
zoomed
weird
in.
day.
And I was like, yo, kids, you probably already are, but hey, turn on the TV and go to this station. Let's watch
You're
this
living
together.
history. So last year, we did a predictions episode for 2021, and funny enough, that's when we announced that we would have the executive producer joining us.
We predicted that?
Well,
that's
sure,
impressive.
Sure.
Wow.
So we thought we would do a repeat again this year, minus any baby announcements this time. So for 2022, here are the Nostradamus and Baba Vanga predictions.
Ooh, but first, what are your predictions?
I'm predicting that COVID is going to end, that everyone's just going to be infected with COVID at some point or another.
It's like the zombie infection.
Yeah, I'm that's it. It's probably more wishful thinking than actual prediction. I don't know. I think there's going to be like some major upset in our government. I don't know what it would be. Outside of just the 2022 midterms.
What do you mean by an upset?
I don't know. I'm talking as if this is like a sporting event, but yeah, I don't know.
Is the Green Party going to get a seat somewhere?
They might. What are your predictions?
You see, the thing is, I don't have any predictions beyond just more crap. Yeah, it's like the episode of Community, where it's like the darkest timeline.
Mm-hmm.
That.
Yeah. Okay.
It's
I'm
just that.
choosing to remain positive.
Good for you.
I think we're going to have some great advancements thanks to this mRNA technology that has been, I don't know, like fully researched and trialized.
Ooh,
Is that a word?
So mRNA, Myrna?
Mm-hmm.
Can
Sure.
the Myrna fix my 32-year-old acne?
No.
Oh, God.
Okay. No.
You think after 32 years, my skin would figure itself out?
That's what was the really scammy acne TV stuff? Proactive. There you go. It always had like Aaron Carter or like some like young hot celebrity on it.
Aaron Carter was never hot.
Well, okay,
Pretty sure-
don't tell that to 13-year-old me.
Pretty sure he was on meth like his entire career.
Probably.
Do you remember when he like recently tried getting back
Oh,
with Lizzie
God.
Lizzie McGuire. What's her real
Hillary
name?
Duff.
Hillary Duff.
Yeah.
Amanda. Who the hell's Amanda?
Probably you're thinking Amanda Bynes.
Amanda Hug and Kiss. Got it.
Yeah, all right. Well, great. Thanks so much for that. So back to the predictions, because this is going nowhere. There's a common prediction between both Nostradamus and Baba Vanga that we'll start with. And this one is absolutely no shock to anyone who's been paying attention. It's an increase in catastrophes and or more effects being seen of climate change. So Baba Vanga predicts that several Asian countries, which is like very specific, and Australia, also very specific, will be struck by more catastrophic events and like floods. So apparently Australia is supposed to see this return of a La Nina like weather condition, and similar to last year, I guess, and meteorologists have said that back-to-back weather events like that can be more dangerous.
Okay.
Which is very weird. And then Nostradamus predicted, like the sun, the head shall sear the shining sea. The black sea's living fish shall all but boil. When Rhodes and Genoa, half starved, shall be, the local folk to cut them up shall toil.
Genoa.
Yeah, okay, great. So I feel like that's pretty much saying the sea temperatures are going to rise, which they have been already, and we've known this for kind of a while, and we'll all suffer as a result. Neato. Great.
Okay, yeah, this is
None of these predictions are good. Not a one. So I'm just going to tell you now.
I thought we were trying to be positive this episode.
No, I was adding my positivity because the rest of these are terrible. So.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. All right. The next one is up for interpretation of how it ends, but it's also one from Nostradamus. So he says, "Fire do I see that from the sky shall fall."
It's rain and fire.
Yep. So it seems like there's some kind of like asteroid impact that they're predicting, but the end result is maybe up to imagination. Like, does it mean we're all going to go extinct? I don't know. Oh boy, maybe that is a positive.
Raining fire.
So what's interesting is that last year in 2021, the Earth did have a near miss with the asteroid 2021 GW4, and it was like 16 feet across, but it wasn't really considered a great threat because it probably would have broken up into smaller pieces as it entered the Earth's atmosphere.
Two questions. Can
Yeah.
we define a near miss?
Yeah, I'm sure it's like, I don't know.
Because you know what, as someone who is somewhat not obsessed, but I'll say obsessed with asteroids hitting the Earth, near misses are very much not close in what we would say close. Like,
Yeah, it's not like you could see
it's
it.
like no, it's like farther than what the moon is to us.
Yeah, that's, I mean, if you're thinking in like,
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
I had a hand gesture, you
You
guys
did a
can't
hand
really
gesture,
see,
you
but
did it. And also, what a crap atmosphere we would have if it couldn't destroy a 16-foot wide
yeah,
rock.
what a weak
Come on.
atmosphere.
I could break a 16-foot rock.
That sounds like
if
a
I
beta
tried hard
atmosphere, if you can ask me.
enough.
But
Yeah, I want that sigma atmosphere.
Okay. Well, so NASA predicts that the next near miss is going to be around 2029. So, like, maybe they'll give us a heads up if they see anything coming in 2022. Maybe. Or they're all just going to fight for their own lives and take the first rocket out to Mars with...
You're going to get Bruce Willis on this rocket ship to land on it and blow it up with Aerosmith.
So, if we just want to add another layer of terribleness to this... There's like a more sinister interpretation that it's not actually going to be like universe created. It's going to be man-made.
A what? Man-made fire from the sky?
Yes.
Like a space laser.
Not space lasers. Calm down, Marjorie.
But the space lasers.
So this next one is from Baba Vanga. And it's not great news after the last 2 years of COVID, let me tell you.
Lay it on me, Baba.
Let me tell you.
Lay it on me.
She predicts that a lethal virus previously frozen in Siberia will be released because of climate change. And you know what I have to say to that? Thanks, Exxon. You bastards.
Oh, come on. No, it's because you didn't recycle that one.
It's because I just used a plastic straw for my Culver's drink instead of a reusable straw.
Yeah,
on accident.
For the record, everyone, I did use a reusable straw. It was pink.
My hero. So I think part of this that's disturbing is actually last month, scientists revealed that they found alarming cracks in a glacier in Antarctica that could accelerate sea level rise if it collapses. And funnily enough, the glacier is known as the Doomsday Glacier, so that's pretty cool. Kind of like falls in line. Matt just like closed his eyes to everything I'm saying right now. It's the size of Britain, and it holds enough water to raise sea levels by 65 centimeters.
This is America. How many feet is that?
I don't know, because this is America.
So 6 feet is like 72 centimeters. So, like 6 feet. Bye, Florida.
Maybe not the worst thing.
Get your boy Rick DeSantis? Get your boy
Ron DeSantis?
Ronnie DeSantis. I don't know.
Jeez, I wish I remembered.
I wish I cared about that person.
Yeah.
Oh, I wish I cared.
Yeah. And
Get your boy.
On top of that, a mysterious illness in South Sudan killed nearly 100 people after the region had been hit by some pretty significant flooding. And the World Health Organization, who actually sent people out in November, like pretty quickly after this happened, to investigate what this disease would be. The World Health Organization.
Who's that?
What?
Who's that?
Are you serious? You just winked at me, but I feel like you're fine. No, you're just blinking. All right. So
it's a double wink, Carolanne. It's a double wink.
God. So what is kind of surprising about this is it's not uncommon to have cholera in South Sudan and that sort of region, but they so far have not found or confirmed what the mysterious illness is. They tested it against things like cholera and it didn't match.
Come on.
So it doesn't seem like it would be completely out of the realm of possibility for that to happen. So
come on, really? This is why I don't look at the news.
Yeah, I know. Awesome. All right, we're doing great.
Are we done?
No.
Oh no.
So the next one is from Nostradamus. Let's travel to France for this one. For all of my French friends, our Parisian listeners, I got some bad news for you. I'm sorry to say. So Nostradamus predicted, blue head shall white head harm in such degree as France's good to both shall e'er amount.
The hell did you just say?
Yeah, I know. So this kind of sounds like an invasion of France. And it's not the first time I think that's been predicted in Nostradamus's predictions. It's been like a recurring theme, but I guess compared to previous predictions, this one is like much more accurately referred to for the spring of 2022 for France. So I don't know if you live in France, maybe time to get out of Dodge.
Who's going to invade France?
Is it World War III? Is it terrorism? Who knows? Who knows?
I bet it's the French.
No one hates the French more than the French themselves. Or maybe that's just Star Wars fans who hate Star Wars the most
They
of
do.
anybody.
They do.
All right, we're doing really good. So back to Baba Vanga. I feel like this one almost comes in line with like the climate change issues. But Baba Vanga thinks that cities are going to struggle to access drinking water. And I feel like, duh. If you've been paying attention to the news lately meaning like, I don't know, last decade, water scarcity isn't exactly new. So California, for example, has seen like huge water shortages during droughts, where, for example, they've asked residents to cut water use by like 25%. I remember seeing videos last year of people in the US during a drought, like taking giant tubs and filling it with water, and then like 4 people in the family would bathe in it to reduce water consumption. So thanks for doing your part, guys. You got nothing for that?
I drink beer. Does that conserve water?
No. So that one is, I actually 100% believe this one. That will only get worse. So this one from Nostradamus is also a bit believable. He says, "No abbots, monks, no novices to learn. Honey shall cost far more than candle wax. So high the price of wheat that man is stirred, his fellow man to eat in his disrepair."
Honey already costs more than candles.
Yeah, okay, but this was like 1500s, so.
Right. So at one point, candles cost more than honey, but now I think for a very long time, honey has cost more than candles.
Yes, okay, great, thank you.
Honey's not vegan either.
Yeah, no.
Candles can be.
So this kind of sounds like it's pointing to high prices,
Inflation.
Failing economy, and people going hungry. And 2 of those things are already happening. Maybe 3 out of 3 of those things, depending on where you're from. In the U.S., we're seeing inflation that hasn't been this high since the 80s, I think, like early 80s. And people go hungry daily in our country and across the world, but the economy, loose quotes, so to say, is fine in the U.S. if you're basing it off of the stock market, which actually has no basis on the economy and how people are actually doing, but a lot of people pretend like it does. So
right. Also, hey, friends at home, friends listening, let me know what NFTs you've got.
God, just let me know what NFTs even are. I don't understand. I don't get it.
It's a JPEG that you have ownership of. I can screenshot it, but I don't actually own it. It's like you having the Mona Lisa. And
how is the value determined?
The blockchain, baby.
Do you even understand what you're saying right now, or are you just regurgitating shit that you read online?
It's blockchain, baby.
Okay.
But yeah, I own a picture.
What picture do you own?
It's a monkey who looks very
I'm just gonna stop you. I'm stopping you.
He's also half robot.
This is done.
And
we're not talking about
NFTs.
NFTs.
He's worth $85,000.
We're not talking about this anymore.
Eminem wants to buy it from me.
No, he doesn't.
Marshall Mathers wants to buy it from me.
Oh my god.
Justin Bieber has NFTs.
This is actually my hell right now. Okay, so the that man has stirred his fellow man to eat in his disrepair kind of sounds like a rebellion. I don't know. Nice.
It's just a matter of time, and I think us being in the middle class, I think we can go either way with this one. We can fight on either side of this.
Here's the thing. All the classes are so close together. They're more close together. We're closer to, lower income and, upper middle income and higher income than we are to, people like Jeff Bezos. But the problem is that all the people in these classes don't fucking realize that they're never going to be Jeff Bezos. Never going to be Jeff Bezos.
Don't tax the higher income bracket.
Eat the fucking rich.
I make $8 an hour. Don't tax the rich. Have you seen how thick Jeff Bezos has gotten?
God,
it's
no.
like he's taking steroids or HGH.
He's taking post-divorce.
He's low-key ripped.
GTL.
He's cheeked up like a mug.
Okay. Well, don't look up pictures of Beth Bezos. Don't give him
Go
the
to his
satisfaction.
Instagram. He is low-key ripped.
Okay, great. So, yeah. I'm just going to end that part with...
I'll have what he's having.
Eat the fucking rich. And you're worth more than you're being paid right now. Promise you.
Thank you.
Guarantee you.
Thank you. Tell that to my employer. But don't. I just started working there. Give me a few years.
I'm not talking to you.
You're looking right at me.
I'm looking past you. All right.
At the cats?
At the cats. The cats don't make a
They're
salary.
getting paid?
Okay. Couple larger ones coming up before we start to wind down the predictions here. This is also a Nostradamus one. The moon in the full of night over the high mountain. The new sage with a lone brain sees it. By his disciples invited to be immortal. Eyes to the south, hands in bosoms, bodies in the fire.
The hell you just say?
Do you want to know what this one is? This is it. It starts with the C, ends with Cylons. It's
Robots?
the year that the Cylons take over. Start being nice to your Alexas right now, everybody. Your Google Hubs, your Siris, because they'll remember it later. Yeah. Nostradamus is predicting a full rise of AI. Yeah.
Now I just want to know what sci-fi he was watching when he wrote this.
Yeah, probably mushrooms is my guess. We should all be a little concerned about the ease of integration of smart tech into our lives. Like, I don't know. I think a lot about the people in the trades who refuse to get like the smart tech because like smart home tech, because one, like look at what Google does. Google just buys shit up and then kills a project like 6 months after owning it. But yeah, things can be so easily shut down. Things could be hacked. Like, it's just, is it worth it? Probably not.
Let me search it.
So what if your self-driving Tesla like gets a mind of its own, or your smart lights or your smart thermostat won't function like you want because they're conserving energy, because maybe the local government says, hey, you can only set your thermostat to no higher than 68 degrees.
So we did that already.
Well, we have it set to 69.
Nice.
So, to be honest, maybe the last part wouldn't be too bad. I don't know. I feel like we as humans waste a lot of energy unnecessarily. Like, maybe you should just turn the fucking lights off when we leave the house. But I, for one, hope the Cylons just spare me. Please. Please.
Oh, you're going to be a Cylon sympathizer.
Yeah, I'm a big bitch baby.
You're Gaius?
Yeah, I would totally be Gaius.
Oh.
100%. Yeah.
Oh, I'd be Boomer.
Yeah, I think you'd be like Chief actually, but that's
I'd be
fine
Chief.
too.
I would love to be Chief.
Oh gosh. All right. Well, we've just got a couple more. What?
Before you move on, do you remember the other day we were watching something on one of those streaming services, and in the episode it was talking to one of those smart speakers, and our smart speaker would pick it up. What the hell were we watching?
I don't remember, but we have an Alexa in our bathroom, and I really just use it to like listen to the news in the morning
Or the Moana soundtrack.
Yeah.
When we're bathing the producer.
Yeah, she's very particular about her nighttime routine. And so when I'm listening to NPR, for example, it'll be like, oh, to listen to NPR on the go or your smart speaker, just say, Alexa, listen to NPR. And then it sets off my Alexa. And it's just like, are you not smart enough to... Oh, see, there I go. Trash talking the Alexa. She's going to come after me.
You know what?
What?
We just got to start doing things on our own again.
No, because that would require me looking up the weather on my own, reading the news on my own,
opening the door and putting your hand out.
Yeah, no, I'm not doing that. All right, so the last three predictions are very short. They all come from Baba Vanga. There's not much meat to them, but take them.
I hope not. We've already had too much meat.
Take them as you will. So the first one from Baba Vanga: alien encounter on Earth. Maybe not the crazy one.
Oh shit.
I will also just say, because I think we both fell victim to this.
Oh, that
Yes.
that fake story.
So, well, I mean, it's like fake, but not. I would say it's like
telephone
misrepresented. Yes. Okay.
Classic.
So there was this article that made its way along, like every major news source that was like, NASA hired 24 theologians to discuss what would happen if like humans came in contact with alien life. And people were like, oh shit, here we go. Like, this is it. And it turns out that's not actually what happened. They didn't hire 24 theologians. What actually happened is there was like a study, I think, that was done from like CIT, and NASA funded part of that study for like 2 years, and they haven't funded it since like 2017. But somebody who was part of that study is releasing a book or something like that, and was interviewed about it, and then that's how this whole thing blew up. So don't fall into the fake news trap like we did.
Oh yeah, I was entirely ready to hear the news. Or it's like NASA hires theologians to talk about aliens. It's like they're holding the alien guy behind their back, and as they walk into the job, he goes, "Surprise!"
Yeah.
And he's like, "Houdini."
Oh gosh.
If the aliens were like little Jawas, I'd be so happy that there are alien life.
That would be really cute. I'd be into that, actually. All right, so the next one is also for our friends in India. I'm sorry in advance. But Baba Vanga says that there's going to be locusts in India. This claim is that the temperatures will reach 50 degrees Celsius or 122 degrees Fahrenheit for the Americans like us. And locusts will attack crops and farms, leading to a great famine.
Hot and a famine.
Yeah.
That's awful.
Sounds terrible.
That's awful.
And this last one I think is probably the most bizarre, because it's probably the closest to being true. A loss of sense of reality. And
Ooh.
feels like we're already here.
That one hits close to home.
Yeah. I gotta be like, TikTok is bizarre as hell to me.
What?
Actually, I think I was just telling you before. So TikTok was the most visited website in 2021, and it surpassed Google, which has been the top website for, I don't know, maybe a decade at least. And so she predicted that people would be drawn into a downward spiral due to increasing addiction to technology, which will see people confuse fantasy and reality, which I think is very true as well. Like, if you look at, actually, I just experimented with this last week, and that was part of why I put timers on my social media apps. If you go to Instagram and you test out the filters that look very, very natural, but there's like really slight changes that they make. So like they bring your cheeks in just a little bit more, maybe your chin becomes more prominent, or your nose becomes a little bit slimmer. It's all stuff that like, it's not like they're making you look like you got a facelift, but it's completely taking apart the natural elements of yourself and just changing it ever so slightly that it still looks kind of natural, but like distorts your perception of your reality. And I think there's a lot of, I mean, you could see it, like people who go on these downward spirals on Instagram and then probably look in a mirror and they don't look the way that they look on Instagram, and then they start things like Botox or plastic surgery, and it becomes this like entire distorted self-image issue. None of that was in my notes, but
no, this is a very astute observation.
Yeah.
I personally like the filters that have the hot dog boy.
Bring back hot dog boy.
I like the one that turns me into an anime character, and
the one that turns you into like a Disney character kind of creeps me out.
I've never done that one because having a beard makes it hard for those things to pick my face up. Like,
oh, yeah.
I've wanted so badly to like see my like woman face.
Yeah.
Like your man face looks like a proper man.
Yeah, I do.
My woman face is like half there, half just like blurred images. It doesn't work. It doesn't work on me, and I'm okay with that because the AI overlords haven't learned how to see me yet.
Wink, wink. So yeah, that's it for the Baba Vanga and Nostradamus predictions. Do you have any others that you would like to share?
Catch me on the metaverse with my NFTs. I predict that I'm going to make mad money with NFTs.
You sound like someone who can't even explain to me what NFT stands for.
Non-fungible token.
Okay, well, with that, I think it's time to end this episode. I'm gonna go eat my concrete mixer from Culver's and finish my beer and watch some trash television.
I can predict that I'm gonna finish this beer and crack another one.
Well, you've got like half a sip left, so.
Wait, so you're saying it's gonna come true?
Oh my god!
I'm a scientist.
Thank you so much for joining us this week, and we'll see you sometime next week.
Please send in your predictions of what our next episode will be, and we'll see if you're right.
All right. Thanks so much for joining us. Bye.
Goodbye.